Now we're going to talk about expressing need in Turkish with the verb gerekmek. We've seen how we can combine a verbal noun plus a possessive suffix with a word like lazım or gerek to mean I have to or I need to. In this case, benim yazmam lazım. I have to write or I need to write. And we could synonymously, essentially, say benim yazmam gerek. I have to write or I need to write. But we have another alternative. The verb gerekmek, which is not the same thing as the word gerek. With the verb gerekmek, we can take this statement of personal need and put it in all kinds of different tenses and moods. We can say, I will have to, I used to have to, I would have had to, and so on. For example, we will often see the verb gerekmek used to express statements of need in the future and in the past. So, for example, I will need to write. Benim yazmam gerek, verb stem of gerekmek, ecek, future tense suffix. Yazmam gerekecek. I will have to write or I will need to write. We can also make gerekmek negative in all of these different tenses that we have the option of using it with. Let's look at the present progressive. We can say benim yazmam gerekiyor. Notice that gerekmek is always going to appear in the third person singular, regardless of whether we're saying I have to write, you have to write, we have to write, and so on. Gerekmek is always appearing in the third person singular of whatever tense we're using it in. Why? Because it's agreeing grammatically with this verbal noun. So it's my going, which is a singular noun, is necessary. Okay, so yazmam gerekiyor. My going is necessary. And I mentioned that we could make gerekmek negative. In the present progressive, for example, benim yazmam gerekmiyor. My writing is not necessary.